How's it going, guys? Welcome back. Today's video we'll be working on this lawn sheaf tractor once again. We already did a part one. I'll link it here if you haven't seen it yet. We already gave the engine a once over. That's running great now. We took a look at the gearbox, pulled this thing forward, put it in reverse. It rolls like it should. We put slime in the tires. They're all holding air for the most part. We engaged the auger. That's working. So today we're just going to go through all the pulleys, make sure nothing's seized up, and we're going to take a look at this lever here. It brings up the front end and allows you to go over bumps and stuff, but yeah, it's just seized. So I think we'll start with taking the tires off. We'll put the rear axle on some jack stands, check the fluid, check the brakes, and start moving our way forward. Alright, so we got it all up in the air, but these tires are just seized on the axle, so I sprayed some PB Blaster in there, and we're going to have that sit for a while. But while waiting, there's still good access on this side. We'll go ahead and check the rear diff fluid, and then start making our way forward. When it turns this color, it just means that there was water in the differential, and it was this much overfilled, because that is the fill line. When you fill it up, when oil starts coming out of that hole, that's where your level should be, and this was above that. So that tells me more than likely about this much water entered the rear end, either from the axle seals, or there's a breather on the top of most differentials, so it either entered one of those two places. And the previous owner could have overfilled it as well, and there might have not been that much water in there, but either way, as long as there's no metal shavings, I think we'll be alright. We'll flush it out, put some fresh oil, but let's go ahead and take this bottom drain out and see what it looks like in there. Alright, it's finished draining. This half of the fluid's a lot thicker. Looks like most of the water was floating on top, but it looks good. There's no metal shavings in it. The drain plug has a magnet on the bottom and very, very small amount of metal shavings. So the rear diff is totally fine. We'll just flush it out, fill it up with fresh fluid, and we'll be good to go. Now we're going to take a look and see what the front end fluid looks like. Might be packed with grease. Some front ends are oil, some packed with grease. To me, this one looks like grease, so I don't know. That looks good to me. I think we might leave that one. Alright, let's go ahead and open this up and see what the oil looks like in this gearbox. So this one's packed with grease as well. Yeah. I mean, there's nothing bad with this. Still feels like there's good grease in there. There's no metal shaving, so yeah, we might leave this one alone too. PB Blaster right in there on that bearing. I'm almost out of this stuff. I need to go grab some more. And what this is called is a rag joint. It's just pieces of rubber, and what that does is when this is spinning, it reduces vibration. If that was just metal, this thing would vibrate like crazy. So when you see those, it's just to eliminate vibration. And now we're just going to go around and check our pulleys, make sure none of them are seized. So one's good, and I see that one moving already, so that one's good. Let's check this one. Oh yeah, there we go. That one's completely locked up, so we'll take that one off, see if we can free it up. That one's totally fine. And then that one and that one just run off the engine, so there's no bearings in those. That one's fine. Bottom one's fine. That one's good. I think there's just two more back here. That one's good. And that one's good. So, looks like there's just ones that's seized up, but we'll spray them all down with some penetrating oil, and this one we might have to show some extra love. Alright, let's see if we can free this up somehow. I'm going to try just spraying some penetrating oil in here on both sides, and then see if we can maybe get some vice grips on here and start working it back and forth. Worst case, we'll take out these little seals here and have a look inside, see how bad it's rusted. Yeah, that's just the vice grip spinning on that. That is really seized. Alright, we've got some movement here. I'm just going to keep working it, and we'll probably get some compressed air, see how much rust we can blast out of there. Ooh, there we go. Alright, we've got some movement back. Looks like all the balls in there are rolling, but we don't have any more seals, so obviously this is going to get replaced, but at least we can throw it back on the machine and use this thing today. Alright, now that we know all of them aren't seized up, I'm going to go ahead and hit them all with some spray lube. Alright, next thing on the list, we'll try and get this handle unseized. It raises and lowers the front end. And just looking at it here, looks like there's 3 pivot points. 1, 2, and then one more here. And how they operate is there's 2 nuts, a lock nut and a regular nut. So this first nut, you sink down right before it pinches here, and then you'll screw this nut and tighten it onto there so that there's a little bit of play so that it's not pinching this, and that allows it to pivot here, and there. So let's get those off, see if we can clean them up and free this up. Alright, fast forward a little bit, about 30 minutes of me busting my knuckles We loosened this one, this one, this one on both sides. So 6 nuts total. We backed them off just slightly, and now we're able to lower and raise it up. So that's done. We'll fill the rear end with fluid, and it snowed yesterday, so perfect timing. We'll test this thing out. So we had to use some heat to get that upper fill plug out, but we finally got it. Got our hose hooked up, and we're just gonna pump it till it's full. All right, you guys tell me when it starts coming out. Plug it up now. We are just about buttoned up. I got the tires on, got the hood on, I filled it up with gas. I think the only thing left to check is our gap up front. Let's set this down. Yeah, that's just sitting right on the concrete. I'd like about a 1/2 inch off the ground, just for ice and bumps, just so I can glide a little smoother. So we'll go ahead and throw something under there, and then we'll adjust these so it's lifting up off the ground a little bit. So we got our gap set. We ran out of adjustment, so that's all we're gonna get out of it. I'll just have to make some new brackets and throw them on in the future, but as for now, I think we're buttoned up and ready to pull it out and see what this thing will do. All right, let's fire this thing up. Oh, I think I got it. I'm just gonna drag it in the shop. Yeah. Oh, it'll be all right. I've done this before, so I appreciate it. I left my light under there. Cool. Well, what do you guys think of that? Yeah, the engine runs great. Tires, everything else, yeah, terrible. I think we need to weld the differential so you've got both of them spinning at the same time, and we need to get some chains on it. So yeah, I guess this thing will be a part 3, but at least we got to see it running and try to blow some snow. But anyways, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.